Good morning, student. This is SIBSE Oscillation Review and Sound Paper First, Chapter 4th, Wave Motion, and article is Differential Equation of a Longitudinal Wave. We have to see in last lecture. The article is Differential Equation of Wave Motion in Continuous Medium. Okay. The next article is Differential Equation of Longitudinal Wave. Consider two imaginary planes. This is L and M. These are the imaginary planes L and M perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave as shown in figure. Okay. Let the distance of plane L and M be x and x plus delta x. This is the x and x plus delta x from the arbitrary origin O. This is the origin. Okay. The length of the element, the length of the element Lm is equal to delta x. Okay. The volume of the element, Lm is equal to the indicated by V is equal to E into delta x. The mass of the element is M is equal to rho into E into delta x. This is the mass. This is the length, this is the volume, and this is mass of the element. When no wave propagates through the medium, the element Lm is in equilibrium and the pressure on planes L and M are equal and opposite in the uni and displacement condition as shown in figure A. This figure. Okay. Undisplaced condition means mean position. This is displaced condition. Okay. Let this pressure be P when the tube receives the disturbance from the left. It undergoes small displacement. As a result, the plane L and M are shifted to L dash and M dash. This is the pressure goes to P. Okay. Shifted to L dash and M dash respectively as shown in figure B. As shown in figure B, the plane L is displaced through L, small L, this small L. Okay. Meanwhile, the plane M is displaced through some more distance as the medium is compressible. Let it be displaced through L plus da by L by da by x into delta x. This is the displacement. The distance of L prime from the same origin is equal to x plus L. Okay. The distance of M prime from the same origin is equal to x plus delta x plus L plus da by L by da by x into delta x. This is the distance. Therefore, length of the new element is equal to x plus delta x plus L plus da by L by da by x into delta x minus x plus L. This is the length of new element. So, therefore, this equation can be written as delta x plus da by L by da by x into delta x. X and L will get cancel. Okay, the volume of the new element is volume of the new element is V prime is equal to A into delta x plus del by L by del by x into delta x. This is the new element volume. Therefore, change in volume is equal to dV is equal to A into delta x plus del by L by del by x into delta x minus A into delta x. This is the change in volume. Or dV is equal to A into del by L by del by x into delta x. You get this is the common term, and delta x will be common term. Then the equation is delta x minus delta x will be cancelled. E is the common term. Okay. Therefore, the volume strain is given by the volume strain is given by formula is volume strain is equal to change in volume divided by original volume. What is change in volume? A into del by L by del by x into delta x. We have already calculated. This is the change in volume upon original volume is A into delta x. Same term will be cancelled. E get cancelled. Delta x cancelled. Therefore, volume strain is equal to del by L by del by x. This is the volume strain. Okay. Now let the additional pressure applied by the disturbance on the plane L be P. This is the additional pressure we have to apply on plane L. That is P. The volume of the fluid between the plane L prime and M prime gets deformed because pressure on both the planes does not balance. Let the pressure on the M prime plane and opposite direction be P plus delta P by delta x into delta x. Okay, we get additional term due to compressibility of the medium. Therefore, the pressure difference between the plane L prime and M prime is equal to P plus P minus of P plus delta P by delta x into delta x. Okay, same term will be cancelled. The remaining term minus delta P by delta x into delta x. This P get cancelled. This P get cancelled. Remaining term will be minus delta P. This minus get this delta minus P minus of delta P upon delta x into delta x. Okay, we know the pressure is the force per unit area. This is the definition of pressure, force per unit area. Therefore, net force acting along x axis on the element will be F of x is equal to minus of A into delta P by delta x into delta x. This is equation number 1. Okay. The bulk modulus K of the fluid is given by, what is the formula of bulk modulus? K is equal to volume stress upon volume strain. This is the formula of bulk modulus. What is it? Therefore, K is equal to volume stress is equal to P upon, volume strain is the P and volume volume stress is equal to pressure applied. Pressure applied and volume strain is equal to same as volume strain. Okay, pressure applied is or P and volume strain is minus dA by L by dA by X. Negative sign indicates that there is decrease in volume when pressure is applied on the fluid. Therefore, P is equal to minus K dA by L by dA by K. Sorry, dA by X. This is equation number 2. Using equation 2, in equation 1, then we get f of x is equal to minus of a dA by x minus of k dA by L by dA by x into delta x. Therefore, the equation is f of x is equal to negative positive a into k same time dA by square L upon dA by x square into delta x. Okay, this force produces acceleration dA by L square upon dA by x square in the volume element. Therefore, given the number of this equation f of x, this is equation number 3. Okay, this force produces acceleration dA by square L upon dA by t square, sorry, dA by t square. Okay, dA by square L upon dA by t square in the volume element, Therefore, f of x is equal to m into dA by square L upon dA by t square. Okay, but m is equal to rho into a into delta x. Put the value in this equation. Therefore, the equation is fx is equal to rho into a into delta x into dA by square L upon dA by t square. This is equation number 4. Okay. Therefore, from equation 3, this equation, from equation 3 and equation 4, equation 3 and equation 4, then we get a into k dA by square L upon dA by x square into delta x is equal to rho into a into delta x dA by square L upon dA by t square. This is equation number 5. Okay, or rearrange this equation, k into dA by square L upon dA by x square is equal to rho into dA by square L upon dA by t square. Okay, k into a get cancelled, then remaining term will be written as a get cancelled, this a cancel, this delta will be cancelled, or dA by square L upon dA by x square is equal to rho into dA by square L upon k into dA by t square. This is equation number 6. Okay, then we have general differential equation of the wave motion is, we know that this equation dA by square phi upon dA by x square is equal to 1 upon c square into dA by square phi upon dA by t square. This is the wave equation, general wave equation. Okay, this is equation number 7, where c is the velocity, where c is the velocity of the wave, this c. Comparing equation 6 and 7, comparing equation 6 and 7, then we get 1 upon c square is equal to rho upon k. Same term will be cancelled out, and therefore c is equal to square root of k upon rho. This is equation number 8. This is 1 upon c square, that's why rho upon k. Okay, only c square c, then get the square root k upon rho. Numerator goes to denominator and denominator goes to numerator. This is equation number 8, and this is the final equation. Equation 8 gives velocity of longitudinal waves propagating through a fluid density rho. The velocity depends on bulk modulus k and density rho. Then we have c is directly proportional to 1 upon square root of rho for constant of k. This is the equation of velocity of longitudinal waves propagating through a fluid of density rho. Whatever may be density, this is the equation.